2 weeks ago, my boyfriend started dragging me to escape rooms like his life depended on it. I thought it was just a quirky new hobby until he started acting weird, checking the time, texting furiously, and snapping if I asked him what was up. Last Friday, I walked out of the bathroom at the escape room and found him talking to a woman in the hallway. She was tall, dark hair, gorgeous, wearing a red dress that looked expensive. When she saw me, she smiled way too wide and introduced herself as his cousin. The word babe slipped from her lips as she touched his arm, and he froze. That's when he bolted. Not just out of the room, but out of my life. He mumbled something about needing air and vanished. I stood there with his cousin, who just stared at me like she was expecting me to chase after him and peel back whatever layers he'd wrapped himself in. Instead, she asked me if I even knew where he lived. I realized I didn't, not really. I'd only ever been to his place once, and he moved apartments not long after we started dating. Suddenly, all those nights he was working late made sense. I tried calling him, texting him, waiting at the escape room until closing, but he never came back. The cousin, or whoever she really was, finally shrugged and told me, he likes games. He always has. Then she left, leaving me standing in a fluorescent-lit hallway clutching my car keys like they'd anchor me to reality. I felt stupid and angry, but mostly I felt like I'd been a pawn in some elaborate puzzle with no solution. I haven't heard from him since. I keep replaying the last few weeks, wondering how I missed the clues, how I let myself believe in something that was always slipping through my fingers. The truth is, I was obsessed with solving him, thinking if I just tried harder, I'd finally crack the code. But maybe I was the one trapped in his escape room, desperate for a way out, too scared to admit that the only thing keeping me locked inside was my refusal to see him for who he really was.